GC, you know. Hey, Mike West, they scared of our power. yeah. Look. I know they scared of my power. I know they scared of our power. They know that we got the juice. Like who them niggas is a problem. Look at me, huh? Look at me, huh? You ready to kill me? You think that the only way you put an end to me, huh? Nah, silly. GCA, he got the guys with him. GCA, he got the squad with him. And the message gon' live when our bodies finish. Like, oh man, y'all got a problem on y'all hands. What is the revolution? We at war, so my brothers ready. We all in. They like, never let the niggas know that we tryna keep them in the hole, keep them low. Never tell them niggas kings and the queens and the gods and the throne. That's a no, cause that's gonna make them feel strong. And we ain't ready for the power that the niggas got together. Like, nah, really nah. I won't say you never saw it coming, but I know you snakes have seen it coming. And some like who that waking niggas up. Y'all know far kind up for some, gotta love them, yeah, that's the chief. We the soldiers in the streets, so get acquainted with the team. You all in your feelings, you demons, I know it, cause these are movements you don't like to see. I know, you're scared of my power, and you hate that, you don't like that, like the hell. With my power, and that time spot that you see me in, yeah, we know that's ours. So we don't that, yeah, we won't that, yeah, that throne, that's ours. Oh, the power that we sitting on, our power we been sleeping on. You knew we had it all along. It's my West. So now it's man, I could be rocking with the chopper. I could. Omega Evers know the king. Give me if I die today, call the doctor. Martin Luther, this the revolution. The apocalypse was a doctrine. They probably never hear my words. Most likely conspire just to pop me. The power I know that it's God like. But why the good, yeah, that's God right. Be to the evil who y'all like. Pretty brother, is it ready for us? Baltimore like the Canaan North. The root of ignorant is ignored. Who could justify what we ride for? The same land that we died for. Forget the news, use the eyes more. You the taxidermist, we the animals. We seen it coming, I ain't panic though. Black with time to your cantaloupe. Are you the lion or are you the antelope? I know it's there, I can smell it. When the cops said, now you're yelling. Ain't no guns and drugs in the car, brother. Trying to make it home by 11. I ain't even lying to you. You a rap star, what's a fine to you? Taking chains, what's a shine to you? If I lock you up, what's your mind to you? Everything serving is black skin. Let me ask, what's my mind to you? Cause I ain't hurting nobody. Behind the badge, y'all hiding. I know. And I know. So scared of my power. When you hate that, you don't like that, like the hell. With my power, yeah, that top spot that you see me, yeah, we know that's ours. So we don't that, yeah, we won't that, yeah, that throne, that's ours. Oh, the power that we're sitting on, our power we were sleeping on. You knew we had it all along, but now we know. So now we know. I know y'all plotting on us, know y'all trying to get a social engineering. Keep us divided and keep us distracted, cause y'all know together we seeking vengeance. Who this that talk when y'all sit and listen, y'all gon' get the trip, get the cringe. Y'all used to them pussy for niggas, but they ain't no pussy ass. That's for women. We the men they try and break down, make us scared of them, knock our faith down. Make our women disrespect us, cause she know if they can break us, they can break her down. But now this ain't the type of generation, this that generation that's gon' get it done. We was born for this day and age, silly, we the same children that's gon' have it right. It's something about us, I know you notice. Master can't stop us, he can't control us. They say that we rebels and problem children, cause we just won't listen to Uncle Ruckus. Miss me with that shit, we train to go like a militia. We on a mission, move around if you not with it. This business ain't got no hard feelings, you know. I just ain't got no time for pussy cats scared of my vision and think I'm wild. Feelings look like insanity to a coward. Yeah, my teacher, he taught me about you. I'm so ready for this venture. I signed up for this, read the description. They say you know you probably die, right? I said put me on the list. I know it's all scared of my power. When you hate that, you don't like that, like the hell. With my power in that top spot that you see me, yeah, we know that's ours. So we don't that, yeah, we won't that, yeah, that throne, that's ours. Oh,
the power that we sitting on.
The power that we're sitting on, a power we've been sleeping on. You knew we had it all along, but now we know, so now it's on.
One more.
That leadership that depends upon another way.
Yeah, the weather crazy, man.
Leadership that will enslave. Any leadership that depends upon another way is a leadership that will enslave. They get leadership that will parents and that leadership made them slaves. But we have decided to find the leadership of our own.
Not your average nigga, I'm a god out the hood. They can't downplay me. I came up, I'm elevated. I ain't gotta say too much for them to know I'm coming for what's mine. You know they see me in my presence, say they see how I'm coming. Young, but you not just gonna finesse me like you did my peoples. Then back when you said they was emancipated. This ain't that. Your head too big. You feeling yourself. The game wasn't fair. You had the advantage. We wasn't educated. I don't look at you people the same. The worst nightmare, my skin tone about them chains. Not no circus lion, son, I can't be tamed. You gon' have to kill me, pussy. Toby ain't my name. Y'all still wanna think our history started when we were slaves? Come on now, talk about them pyramids we made. Chosen by that man, you know y'all just been running game. The nerve of you acting like I ain't teach you how to bathe. Hold up. You fooled me time and time again. Got me a few times. The tables turned out. I know I'm about to win. I'm good. I'm back now. Oh, you know this time would come. Oh, yes, you did. You know it. Oh, nobody ever gets away. This ain't back in the day, like you know. Granny used to see you act like she done seen a ghost. And we not buddies that just been inside this need a quote. They can't run the game and call the shots when we the ghosts. I know killers and drug dealers, they all with us hit me up like, look, I ain't perfect, I just won't walk with just wait for us to break down the toilet after we talk with them. Didn't nobody want them, we took them because we saw God in them. I know you prayed for me, home from the tree, and you cried. Wasn't for nothing. Through the day, through the night. Made the money, put the money back in my economy. My brother, he don't talk a lot, he busy buying property. Hell yeah, it's personal, but that's the way it's gotta be. I got plenty critics, but I'm focused, they don't bother me. Back down, ain't no back down. Y'all take one, we take 10, man, y'all know how we come. It ain't no hoe in us, no, we ain't run. The death on my square is the death that I want. Yeah. I'm talking subliminal. Compared to what we about to do, what we did was minimal. The more we work, the more our competition look invisible. My money good, mama, they wanna make me a criminal, yeah. Y'all keep on asking, I'm like, what I need permission for? Can't cut me out, I need that, I'm kicking down the door. I'm plugged wherever I got blood ties around the globe. They wanna see me on my knees, but I can't never go. You fooled me time and time again. I was temporary. The tables turned out, I know I'm about to win. It's our time for real, you know it, you know it. Oh, you know this time has come, oh yes you did. You know. Oh, nobody ever gets away. If
you are not prepared to do it, then you will die. So we see in our kingdom every day, so pray, walk to be steadfast, and be not dismayed. Because of the Jew is held together by his religion. The white race is by the assumption and the unwritten law of superiority. The Mongolian by the precious fact. Man must unite in one grand racial hierarchy. Our union must know no pride, no nationality. But let us all hold together in every country, in every crime, making a racial empire upon which the sun shall never set.
Tell it. What's going on? Thank you for coming through, my good brother Anthony McPhail, and anybody else out there. If I ain't say your name, don't blame it on my heart, blame it on my brain. Oh, then baby, blame me because I ain't see what you said nothing. Look, I'm finna put the link in the chat, but please don't nobody hit it yet. Because it's raining here. And when it go to rain, I have troubles with this internet. So I'm gonna put it here for me just in case I have a little trouble. I have a way to get back in. But if y'all want to come up once I invite you, you can come on up. See that? So already messing up. Won't even let me put the in the chat. Oh man, it's tripping already. Can you still hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me, Anthony? Whoever else out there, can y'all hear me? Let me know. Tell me you can hear me. But yeah, Anthony, man, that's all you said. You said this weather won't let you get over the won't let you get over the flu. Yeah, the weather crazy. One day it's cold, next day hot. What's going on, Adrian? How you doing? Hey, you saw my comment in the book. I said I want you to read The Future of the American Negro. So that's me. I don't know who I voted. People might have voted for other thing, but I voted for that one. But anyway, man, this is March. And you know, if y'all watch sports, college basketball, they call this March Madness. But I'm calling it March Madness, partially because of that, but also because of other things. So we're gonna get into March Madness. And it won't let me post the link. Because man, I'm scared I'm gonna mess up and it go to rant. Oh yeah, I see it. My bad. It's in there. But hey, did y'all see? I'm gonna read this. Did y'all see what Donald Trump can't pay his bond? Did y'all see that? So this is the March Madness right here. So for people who worry about what old Trump might do, what the Trumpsters might do, we need to be preparing. We need to be prepared. If you're not getting prepared, you need to be somewhat prepared. And we need to be working together in our communities where we at so we can create some type of team, man, because and this ain't no fear tactic. So I'm not trying to scare you, because I ain't scared. What the brother just said in that song, I understand the power that we sleeping on. You won't even let me read the article now, man. What the world? Give me 1 second. I know y'all have already I know y'all heard about it. But old Trump, who always talking about the cash he got, he don't have enough cash. What he told him out there one time, but y'all know the cash. Y'all know my cash. Well, anyway, I can't even get to the article now for whatever reason. They won't let me read it. But anyway, Trump can't make a $500 million bond. I heard somebody say he will probably try to use, who he say, the Saudis or the Russians. I doubt if he'll use the Russians. I know for whatever reason, we seem to be kind of infatuated with Russians coming to help you. Coming to help. Wherever we are, let's call the Russians. They ain't gonna come over here and help. They ain't gonna come over here and help Donald Trump. They ain't gonna send Donald Trump no money. Donald Trump crazy ass. Donald Trump crazy ass is about to go to, I don't know if he's going to jail or not. Y'all think he's going to jail? I don't know if he's going to jail or not. You know, like, I really ain't been even keeping up with it like that. I just think it's funny that this dude do all this talk about money, and black people, it's some black people, because I ain't gonna say black people, because I ain't gonna put that on all black people. Some black people is starting to they have made Donald Trump damn near a superhero. Well, they need to start a fund so he can make his bond. I was trying to read about it, man, but it won't let me read it. It keep blocking me out. So since I can't read it and talk about old Donald Trump, I'm gonna go ahead to the next thing, and we're gonna talk about the Goon Squad. I know y'all heard about the Goon Squad in Mississippi, right? All 6 officers from the Mississippi Goon Squad have been sentenced to prison for torturing 2 black men. Now, this is what I say about that. Good thing they gone to prison. But we have to stop waiting on their system to do something for us. Somebody come hurt your family, and you know who hurt your family. Treat those people like it was somebody from your neighborhood. I'll say it like that, if y'all understand what I mean. We got to stop it. Good thing they went to prison. Sentencing has been concluded for the 6 white former officers in Mississippi who pleaded guilty to breaking into a home without a warrant and torturing 2 black men. High-ranking former deputy Brett McAlpin, I guess that's how you say his name. Well, we'll come back to that. I'm gonna have to look on my phone because I can't see no comments on my I can't see no comments on up here, so I'm gonna have to look at my phone. Maybe I just saw you said no, he ain't going to jail. Yeah, you know what? So I ain't gonna skip. Thank you, Matron, for talking. Because I'm gonna have to look at my phone. Yeah, everybody done told us to prepare. We should have been preparing. And one way to prepare, I don't know, man. I'm gonna keep screaming hashtag hold your damn money. Because that should be the movement. Hold your damn money. The dude said in the song, his brother don't talk that much. He too busy buying property. We need to be nationalizing. What Garvey said, white people, they're here together by their assumption of superiority. Their assumption. Don't mean we have to call them white supremacists. Don't mean we have to say they're superior. They are here together by their ties of their assumption of superiority. The Jews held together by their religion. The Mongolians held together by blood ties. What's going to hold us together? What's going on, Guy Nollywood Jr.? Peace, my brother. Hey, I tried to hit you up, man. I did like your thing the other day that you did on the cult leader, the nature sissy. But we gonna have to figure out what's gonna hold us together, or stop trying to get other. It's to a point now for me anyway. It's get to a point now where we have to stop trying to make people understand. Sometimes people is gonna have to feel it. They're gonna have to feel it before they realize what we're up against. They're gonna have to feel it before they stop looking at me, calling me racist. Like I knew this one black guy, he was trained and he's constantly training. And I was telling him what we need to do. He told me he got some white brothers that he's with. I was like, oh, all right, cool. I saw him about 2 weeks later. Right? He said those white dudes, they told him he couldn't join. The other ones voted and said no. They didn't want nobody to know where their stuff was. Man, of course they told you no. Ain't nobody, we stop looking outside of yourself. I'm like, dude, I had the same plan. We can do the same thing. Yeah, but I don't want to be a racist. Okay. So with those white boys racist, well, they say they got their own the members that they want. They just don't want your black ass there. They just don't want your black ass to be a part of what they're doing. Pardon my French. And I ain't saying that to be, but I'm just saying they don't want our black ass. We have to get to a point where we are okay with that. What's going on, Miss 702? We have to get to a point where we are okay with that. We have to. March Madness. We have to get to a point where we're okay with that. While we around here, while you got so many black people around here celebrating Donald Trump now, they're going to have to get to the point where they understand Donald Trump don't give a damn about them. I understand their gripes against the damn Democratic Party. I do. Lord knows I do. But the other ones don't want you either. We're always begging to fit in. We're always begging to fit in. We're always looking outside of ourselves to find something that's good for us. We're still looking, I call us children of the world. At least that's what we act like. Gary and his son flat out said he wasn't racist. He was a race man. We can't look to other races to help us. We have to help ourselves. Exactly. Well, I guess that's what I am, a race man. I'm a race loyalist. And I've said before, like almost like loyal to a fault. Now there's some people that will tell you I'm not loyal because of certain things I say when I look at things that's going on. But I am most definitely a race loyalist. Because anything I talk about, I ain't talking about, you ain't got to hate nobody. Actually, I think it's good to let the hate go because you're never around the people that you hate. So you just end up taking the hate out on people that you're around. So holding on to hate really ain't doing nothing but keeping you from building something good with the people that are around you, building something good with your people. That's what the hate is doing. That's all the hate is doing. in my opinion, right? To where, so I'm a race man, and we a race people on here, right? Who agree? Or maybe it's just me. I just want to make sure I'm not out here crazy. Who agree that we should be holding our money? Who agree that that's where our power is in our neighborhoods? We don't understand it, but that's where it is. And I just want us to understand. That's where our power is. Getting away from one another. Then if we understand our power, then we use our power. The goon squad that I'm about to read about won't be coming into our neighborhoods doing the things. They won't be coming into our neighborhoods doing the things that they did, because we can stop that. But as long as we look outside of ourselves for other people to help you, for other people to do the work, it will never be fixed. Or as long as we leaving and we think going somewhere else, leaving your people, because I can get something over here, that ain't making nothing better. I guess it's making something better for you personally. In a sense, it is. It's making it better financially. But have y'all ever noticed the same ones that run and leave their own people and go be somewhere else? Have you ever noticed how they always complain about how they're treated, or if they have children, how their children treated when they're in certain areas? But that's where you want to be. We can't fix ourselves, and we can't fix ourselves if we keep running from each other. If we ain't willing to make a sacrifice. Look, I'm going to read, because I ain't going to be here long. I'm going to read a little bit again about these goon squad. High-ranking former Deputy Brad McAlpin, 53, received a sentence of about 27 years and was the 5th former law enforcement officer sentenced this week by the U.S. District Judge Tom Lee after pleading guilty to the attack. The assault involved beatings, the repeated use of stun guns, and assault with a sex toy. So they raped him too. Damn. And we don't never put our hands on these people when they do this to us. We never put our hands on these people when they do something like this to us. We never come together and do anything about this. They raped him. Repeated use of stun gun and assault with a sex toy before one of the victims was shot in the mouth in a mock execution. The final member of the group, the 32-year-old former Richland police officer, Joshua Hartfield, was given a sentence of about 10 years Thursday afternoon. Why only 10 years? Before his sentencing, McAlpin apologized to the victims, Michael Curry Jenkins, and this was all wrong, very wrong. It's not how people should treat each other. And even more so, it's not how law enforcement should treat people, McAlpin said. Though he did not look at the victims as he spoke, I'm really sorry for being a part of something that made law enforcement look so bad. Lee has also sentenced 4 other former law enforcement officers who were involved in the attack. Christian Dedman was sentenced to 40 years in prison for his role in the attack and another incident in December 2022. Hunter Edwards was sentenced to over 20 years in prison. 2 other officers, Jeffrey Middleton and Daniel Opdyke, were each sentenced to 17 and a half years in prison. For each of the deputies sentenced so far, Lee has handed down prison terms near the top of the sentencing guideline. Lee has previously called the officer's action egregious and despicable. So, man, look. And I'm going to say this on here, man. You can't just let people treat you any kind of way in hoping a system that they created to protect them while they treat us any kind of way. They created a system because they won the war to protect them. I was on somebody's chat the other day, And he was like, when are we going to have our order of protection like the Asians? My response to that was, protect your damn self. Ain't no order of protection. Do you think a piece of paper saying, well, we going to walk around with a piece of paper saying I got an order of protection and it going to stop what happened with that piece of paper? Stop them from raping the dude with the dildo? Huh? Stop him from getting shooting in the mouth? It ain't but one thing going to stop that. It ain't but one thing that's going to stop that. Matrix say law enforcement officers down there have a whole squad of white men down there doing the same thing. Leos. Law enforcement officers, Leos. Down there have a whole squad of white men doing the same thing. Talking about down there, you saying they still got another whole squad in Mississippi? I'm quite sure they do. They got a whole squad everywhere doing the same thing. But it ain't going to stop unless we willing to make it stop. It ain't going to stop until, because if that was one of us attacked, they would come over here and be attacking us. You understand? I'm just saying. Do y'all remember when this was in North Carolina? This was a few years ago, where this white girl was seeing in the car, was seeing with a black dude, and she didn't come home. Do you all remember that when the white folks just said in their head that something had happened to the white girl? Do y'all remember how they got together and went to that young man's house? 2 policemen from the nearby town was in there. About 30 people went to the house. They had guns and whatnot, looking for the son because they hadn't seen the white girl that was with him. Do y'all remember that? If not, you can look. You can look that story up. But for us, we still dependent on their system. We still remember. Oh, you don't remember? Let me see if I can find it for you right quick. What's going on? Let me see if I can find it. Yep, in March Madness, March 27, 2021. Armed white men who showed up at a black family's house were acquitted. Now they want an apology. An African American woman said she won't sit down and talk with the 2 men. It was more the 2 men who came armed with about 13 other white people to her North Carolina home last year looking for a missing teenage girl, and she doesn't care that a court acquitted them. I'm glad she's standing strong saying she ain't. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can post this if you want to see it. If you want to read it yourself, let me see. I'm gonna put the title to this see if I can put the title to this article in the chat. So you can so we can look this up, you know, together, I guess. So you can look it up when you want to see it. That's the name of the article right there. I just put it in the chat. Can you see it? But see, and what I mean by what they do and how we do things. Yeah. They're gonna finish reading this right quick. Because this was March too, so this, March Madness. And African American mothers, okay, she won't sit down. Still lawyers for the two men say they not only want the families to come together and sort out what they believe is a misunderstanding, but their clients also want an apology for Monica Shepherd and her teen son Damien, as well as from their family lawyer for comments they feel painted their clients racist. A kumbaya moment seems unlikely as the criminal cases against Jordan Keita and Austin Wood unfolded. The Shepherd filed a civil lawsuit likening the group to KKK Night Riders and demanded, among other relief, more than $25,000 in damage, legal fees, and training concerning the history of racism and mob violence for those who came. These people know. See, the thing about it is when they say training, but I'm glad the woman standing on the square say she ain't gonna talk to him. But when we say they need training so they can know the history about, see, that's one thing I say we got to stop thinking we the only people know what happened in this damn country to us. If they did it to us, what make us think we the only ones who know? They know what happened. The case development highlights the canyon between perceptions in an incident that reminded many of the nation's troubling history on race relations. Following the May 3 encounter in Pender County, a short drive northeast of Wilmington, many tuning in to the story labeled the white men bigots, the mob racially driven. Neither was true, the attorneys say. They blamed the Shepherds and their legal team for perpetuating that perception. The attorneys acknowledged that their clients, Keita and Wood, were armed, and Keita was wearing his law enforcement uniform outside his jurisdiction. And the pair were among 15 people who went to the wrong home in the middle of the night, wanting to know the whereabouts of a missing girl. See, when the story first broke, when it first came out, it wasn't like the wrong house. The girl allegedly was seen with this young man. They're also aware of the history of racially charged mob. They are also aware of the history of racially charged mob violence in the South. But the lawyers told CNN that the facts show the group's action was merely the product of concern for the missing girl, and the Shepherds should apologize. Wow. The Black woman, Monica Shepherd, remains unmoved by pleas. The episode was a reconcilable misunderstanding. They say she should apologize. That's what they say. Do y'all think? Do y'all think they should apologize? Do y'all think that woman and her son, older than white folks, who came to their house to intimidate, do y'all think they owe them an apology? Now we're gonna get on and talk about March Madness, where the name came from, because like I said, I ain't gonna be here long. If anybody want to come up, you can hit the link and come up if you want. If you want to come up, you can hit the link and come up. March Madness, college basketball. The time for big upsets. That's what they call it, right? I agree, matron. Don't apologize. Don't sit down and talk to him, and don't accept no damn apology. Where is damn daddy at? I ain't gonna skip that. Where in the hell is this young man daddy? Where in the hell is the black men in the community? Where our people at? How can anybody just come to see? This is what I be talking about. I was finna get into March Madness. But how can anybody is just allowed to come to your neighborhood where you live and do whatever the hell they want to do to you? How? What happened? And I know people want to say that's the South. No, it ain't. That's the damn United States. It's the United States. Since we like to talk about propaganda, y'all don't understand propaganda well enough, how they just gonna put certain things on TV and make you look past where you live. You can ignore everything that happened to you where you live because these folks can put on TV say it happened down south the most. It happened in Mississippi the most. It happened here the most. Man, it's the damn United States. Where are we? When the news went to that woman's house to interview her, it should have been a mob of black people there then. And it should have been a man, a couple of black men standing there armed saying, where they at now? Why she didn't have a phone number where she could call somebody who's suited and booted? See, people think I'm crazy when I say we need to be ready. You need to be ready. They was ready to get him. Saw what they did in Mississippi. See what they're doing everywhere. Shit, just a couple of weeks ago, toward the end of February, found a black man hanging here in damn Georgia. We pussyfooting, pardon my French. We finger fucking around, pardon my French. We talking, we want to argue. We want to argue about if you indigenous to the United States or not. Doing all these foul ass, lying ass videos for likes and views. Somehow somebody did a video how Virginia erased its indigenous black population. What indigenous black population? But that's what we would rather focus on, because if we focus on that and we argue and debate each other over nonsense that don't even matter, we can ignore stuff that's counting. We can ignore it. Let's just ignore it. Let's make like it ain't happening. Hey, let's set up a debate and put it on pay-per-view so we can debate some dummies. Debate me on why we should hold your money. Debate me on how our power is in our neighborhood. Huh? Debate on that. Debate me on that. They don't want to talk about that. Because if you talk about that, now you're being held accountable to do something. Some people out here, I give a props to, they teaching right. I give them that. This is one channel I listen to sometime. His name, Chris Harris MVP. Smart brother. He's teaching right. But it's past just teaching about that. Yeah, he debate them for his own specific reasons. Since they ain't African, they say they don't want to be African. He agree, and he debate them, and he beat them down, and they can say some of the dumbest stuff in the world. But we got to get past just wanting to debate another black person about that. How we gonna fix our community? Huh? How we gonna have community-owned business? Debate on why we should hold our damn money. Debate on why we gonna have to start making sacrifices if we want stuff to get better. How we gonna have to sacrifice if we want stuff to get better. March Madness. See, when we call folks, when we look around this country, we can talk about everything we did a long time ago. We can talk about how evil white folk is. You can call them whatever you want to call them. You can say whatever you want to say, right? I made this statement to somebody today and they ain't like it, right? For whatever reason, those people had to leave Europe hungry, starving. They ain't got nothing. They being persecuted on their own land by their own people. So they trying to get away. But in order for them to do what they did, they had to make a sacrifice. You don't think lives were sacrificed on those ships to go somewhere else so they can build something for them? For themselves? Huh? We can say what we want to say about them. You can talk about you hate them if you want them. We can say all that. But I'm just going to ask a question. Do you think sacrifices were made? Do you think families were split? Do you think people died on those ships? Yes or no? And this ain't me trying to big them up or anything. But I'm just showing if you want something, we're going to have to sacrifice. I'm going to ask this question I always ask. Who held your damn money? Who sacrificed going to the Arabs today? Who sacrificed going to the East Indians today? Who sacrificed eating some cat fried rice today? Huh? Sacrifice. Who walked past them? We ain't going to this store until we own it. Who stopped and talked to some of the youth today and say, you know what, this is what we're doing. This is why we should hold our money. Who did that? So we can have power in our community. Or are we still telling people we can't have power, we can't do this, we can't do that, we can't affect nobody? Which one? Are we trying to get power? Or are we just out here trying to hope somebody else treat us right? I'm just wondering. Because if you want the power, we got it. We just got to hold our money and we got to work for it. And guess what? I ain't one of them people that gonna tell you we ain't gonna see it in our lifetime. That's a damn lie. Unless y'all gonna die tomorrow. That's a damn lie. We can see it right now. All we have to do is put in the damn work. That's it. So now I'm gonna go on, get on to the last topic right here, College Post, so I can get up off here. Everybody was laughing last year when for black folks loving Deion Sanders because he had Colorado. They called Colorado an HBCU because Deion went to coach there. The same people that don't like HBCUs said Colorado was an HBCU because they had a black coach. Make it make sense. But anyway, as we said here, because I watch the women's, because I keep up with Jackson State. But then as I look, I keep up with HBCUs, period. Norfolk State is playing Stanford tonight. Norfolk State women is playing Stanford women tonight. Regardless of what happened, I'm 100% behind Norfolk State. And I'm most definitely pulling for Jackson State tomorrow when they play Connecticut, right? But anyway, as I look and I see, and I hear people say, well, they go to these schools because those folks can give them some money, right? Everybody is not getting money. That's one. But think about it like this. They will only give you some money if you go to a white university. If you go to a black university, you don't get those, they won't give you no money. And I understand our financial positioning, our economic position in this country. Don't think I don't. But goddamn, man, we got to do something different. Or we just like a hamster on the wheel. I'm 52, so I don't know who on here my age. I know Anthony is, but I don't know if Anthony ever watched college basketball. But if he did, because see, Deion wasn't the first time that a white school was called Black America's Team. Do y'all remember John Thompson, who used to coach at Georgetown? If y'all watch college basketball, Anthony, do you remember John Thompson, who coached at Georgetown University in D.C.? Remember, they were called Black America's Team. They were Black Americans team too. They had a black head coach. They had 15 black people on the basketball team. 17 black people went to Whole University. But we'll look past a school that the administration is black, the coaching staff is black, all they players black too. And those people don't mean nothing to us because they're at an HBCU. Then after John Thompson came, then I know there was a lot of black people favorite team. Look up, then you find after John Thompson, then came the Michigan Wolverines with Chris Webber and Jalen Rose, Jawan Howard. They had the Fab Five freshmen, 5 McDonald All-Americans starting in their on the court, all 5 freshmen. They came out there rebellious with their black socks on, and they was doing things different that hadn't ever been done. I know, Patrick, you're from the Bahamas, right? So that means you like Coach Yo, Koku, do you like Coach Yo? But who are they doing it for? Now, I ain't knocking nobody. Don't get it twisted. I ain't knocking John Thompson. I heard John Thompson speak. I don't think there was nothing cool about John Thompson at all. And I'm not knocking those brothers who went to play for John Thompson. I'm not doing that at all. And it was okay to like them because when they played, unless they played an HBCU, I would rather see John Thompson win. I would rather see John Thompson win unless they played a black college. They played a black college. I hope they lost all the time. Shit. Never failed. It'd make a difference which one. It didn't have to be my favorite one. Because I'm the order of my race. And I ain't give a damn about Georgetown either. Right? But the point that I'm making, it's never a black college that's Black America's team. Our best don't go play for us. I'm going to show you something, right? Not only do the best athletes don't play at a black college, find a black coach that can get the best black players. It's been 2. John Thompson, and they would cheat him, and Nolan Richardson. Other than that, now you got Don Staley, who can get them to South Carolina. But other than that, we don't even go play for we want to go to those schools, but then won't even go play for the black coaches that coach at those schools. Man, we like a hamster on the reel. They told us a white school in the 80s was Black America's team. They told us a white school in the 90s was Black America's team. They told us a white school in the 2000s is Black America's team. Just keep doing the same shit, and we keep falling for it. No, y'all ain't got to like Jackson State, because I do. You can like Howard, North Carolina A&T, North Carolina Central. You can like them too. They can be our teams as well. You can like Alcorn, Grambling. And by the way, Grambling won the other night. You know? Hey, Koku, I'm glad you on here. I got a brother, right, who worked with a white woman who played basketball at Ole Miss. When I was asking you about Coach Yo, and see, I'm going to be honest, I respect Don Staley. She at the University of South Carolina. I respect Don Staley. I respect Coach Yo. Coach Yo is a black coach. She coached at Ole Miss. She's from the Bahamas, Koku. She's from the Bahamas. Then the NCAA tournament. She's from the Bahamas, right? Now they got a black coach. My brother worked with a white woman that played at Ole Miss back in the 80s, right? Ole Miss got a black coach. Ole Miss ain't even her team no more. They loyal to themselves. They loyal. Yeah, her name Coach J. If you just Google Coach Yo, you'll see her. And she called out some of those big white schools too. Y'all say y'all so much better than the HBCUs. Why don't you go to their house and play them? Why they always got to come to you? If you're so much better, go play them. I give her credit. I give Don Staley credit. I ain't hating on none of those black, but I'm just saying, right? I'm just showing that the black coaches at the so-called Power 5 schools can't get the top black players. Ain't that something? But anyway, this woman, she ain't for Ole Miss. She for Iowa. The white girl Caitlin Clark. Now she played at Ole Miss, but Ole Miss got that black coach from the Bahamas, Coach Yo. And she'll talk shit too. And that's something else we need to talk about. Why is it these women coaches, the black women, stand up for the black community, I'm talking about publicly, stand up for black people louder than the black damn men coaches? Why is that? Why do they stand up louder? Why do they stand up and talk about it, the community, or talk about an HBCU? But then the one everybody loved, Deion Sanders, ished on the people that gave him his first chance in HBCU. Ished on the community, the people that loved him and gave him his first chance in HBCU, and then the black folks that loved him. But the black women stand strong. So black men, we're going to have to look in the mirror. So we like a hamster on the wheel. We still doing the same damn thing. They can just get a black person and throw up there, oh, that Black America's team. And we'll forget about all those other black people at those black colleges who's struggling and don't have just like our communities. They are part of the community too. Even the ones who don't know they are or who don't think they are, they need to be checked because they are part of the community. But that's why I like Coach Trey Oliver, North Carolina Central football coach. North Carolina Central football coach tell him when he recruit players, they can't come play with him. I was listening to his interview. They can't play with him if they don't agree to do community outreach. That's part of the part of their football scholarship is doing community outreach. If you don't agree to do community outreach, be in the community, helping our community, clean up the community, you can't play for him. And I had an utmost. Now that's what he said now. And I believe Trey Oliver, he don't bite his tongue. He a G. That's what he said. Then when I look at Jackson State, their football team going to the schools, reading to the little kids, because especially in Mississippi, Jackson, that's all they got. So they like shit. They damn near like they stars there. And they out in the schools. That's what we should be doing. We supposed to be reaching out together. That divide that we have, we're going to have to build a bridge. We're supposed to be reaching out together. And the ones that don't want to cross the bridge, build a bridge for us to work together on whatever side it is. It can be on the college side. It can be the ones that ain't on the college. We got to push them out the way. Because, yes, you will run into someone that might think, yeah, I don't want to do that. You might. Just like you're going to find some in the community. No, I don't want to do that. We have to start holding one another accountable. I'm going to keep holding everybody accountable by holding your damn money. I'm holding mine. We got to get ready for whatever. Get your team, save food, toilet paper, alcohol, peroxide, but Band-Aids, guns, bullets, whatever it takes. Hand sanitizer, bottles of water, pellets for the water if you ain't got no bottle. Filters, flashlights, batteries, marine batteries, car battery, anything. That's what we're going to have to do. But this March Madness, y'all, what black school y'all pulling for? What black coach y'all pulling for? I'm just pulling for the black colleges. I'm just going to be honest with you. But then I do respect Coach Joe, so I want to see Coach Joe do good. Unless she play a black school, then I want her to lose. Dawn Staley, I respect Dawn Staley. I want her to do good. Unless she play a black college, then I want her to lose. But I know right now we ain't in that position to make it happen on a consistent basis. But we getting there. We getting there. We are getting there. So, man, what y'all think about this Goon Squad? What y'all think about Donald Trump can't make bond? I wonder where he gonna get the money from. Or $500 million. That mean he ain't got all that cash he been bragging. What do y'all think about us being like the hamster on the wheel? They just keep keep recreating. They keep finding a different school, a different something else for us to follow. all the time, and we go for it. They doing all this, and we keep going for it. We got to learn to think for ourselves because we can. I want y'all to understand we got the juice. Hold your damn money. Y'all see, we got the juice. If we just hold our money, only get necessities, we got the juice. We got the power, but we need to understand that we got the power. Understand the power that we are sitting on. Well, they understand the power we've been sitting on. We don't understand the power we've been sleeping on. Because we've been sleeping on it. We got the juice. On that note, man, I'm finna get out here. I just came over here. I guess this was more like a rant. But I put that I did put that in the chat. If you just Google that about the armed white men showed up at the black folk house. It's in the chat. Man, thank y'all for coming through. Peace and love.